Animation Lookback, Walt Disney Animation Studios, a series of videos that talks about the entire history of the most beloved animation studio of all times, along with more than 50 Disney films, with a total running time of 2 hours and 19 minutes in 14 parts. Throughout the time it was on YouTube, all 14 parts combined has been viewed to the public for about 115,000 times and still rising, with Part 8 alone earned more than 18,000 views before its removal from YouTube. Today, it has been a year since the premiere of not only Animation Lookback, but also of my first video that I made for the internet. So, in honor of the first anniversary of the series and Electric Dragon Productions, I'm going to count down my top 10 favorite moments from Animation Lookback, Walt Disney Animation Studios. Number 10 from Chicken Little. In the show, I would have this running gag about an actor doing the voice of a Disney character before they died. This one is my personal favorite because I didn't have to alter anything from the image. There was another one that did it for me.
This would be the last film that Don Knotts would do until his death on February 2005.
Number 9 from 101 Dalmatians, possibly one of the most unusual facts that I found, but it does have to be mentioned.
Frame by frame, and counted 6,469,952 spots in total!
Number 8 from Oliver and Company. I think this is the best way to show what happens when two animated films are released at the same time.
When it was released, it wasn't alone. It was released the same day of Don Bluth's The Land Before Time. Both films got good reviews from critics for the same reasons, but financially, it was The Land Before Time that earned more.
Number 7 from Peter Pan. What really surprises me about this is how there are so many people who got scared at this part.
But it was actually Margaret Carey, who also did the voice of a red-haired mermaid, no, not that one, in the film!
Number 6 from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Something that even to this day I find that's just unbelievable.
I repeat, Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny together at the same time.
Number 5 from Bolt, a message to Disney that pretty much everyone can agree on.
Alright, one word of advice, Disney. Don't ever try to cast someone from Disney Channel in your films. Ever again!
A little extra note here, making that picture of the Jonas Brothers' head on a stick was actually very therapeutic. You should try it out sometime. Number 4 from Fantasia. To me, this will always be considered as an Animation Lookback classic.
Yeah, this could be the weirdest segment out of the entire film. Trust me on that.
Number 3. I think that some great movies has that sad emotional scene where it would make you cry. And that's what I had in mind when I was making this scene.
It was all because of Disney's darkest day on December 15th. 1966, when Walt Disney had passed away. He died of a cardiac arrest following lung cancer surgery. While the rumor of him being cryogenically frozen has been passed around, he actually got cremated and his ashes are at the Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Glendale, California. Never had I have heard that a rumor going on for years is actually the polar opposite of the truth. Almost everyone around the world was worried and concerned about the company without its fearless leader. Because of his death, Walt would never get to see some of his projects come to life. It's not just The Jungle Book, you know. There was also his live-action comedy, The Happiest Millionaire, the Mineral King Ski Resort along with the Country Bear Jamboree, New Orleans Square and 2 of today's most popular attractions of all time, and his biggest project of all, the Florida Project. His brother, Roy O. Disney, would later on take over the Disney Company and rename the Florida Project in honor of his brother, Walt Disney World.
Number 2 from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. When I saw this fact, then watched how it was used, I knew that I had to add one of my favorite comedians into this.
And it's the first Disney film to say damn.
Damnation?
Aw, I thought they would say it like this.
And my number 1 favorite moment from Animation Lookback Walt Disney Animation Studios is from Fun and Fancy Free.
Speaking of the cow, that's what I like about this version. Instead of Jack's mom just telling him to trade the cow, they had a good reason why they needed to trade it. Because of Donald. Why? Yeah, I'm not going into details. 1 year later... 1 year later, they released Melody Time.
Well, I hope that you enjoyed this personal anniversary special, but the top 10 isn't the only reason why I made this video. It's also because I want to make an announcement. When watching the Disney episode of Animation Lookback, there are times when I would feel embarrassed about some of the mistakes that I made, like mispronouncing names or other slip-ups, and that people notice these things. Also, even though it's just been 1 year, you gotta admit, there's a huge audio and visual quality difference between the Disney episode and the recent Hanna-Barbera episode. That's why I'm announcing that coming soon, sometime in the future, I'm gonna make Animation Lookback, Walt Disney Animation Studios Plus. Not only that it's gonna be a remake of the original episode with better audio quality and can be viewed in HD, but I will also add in some more facts on some of the Disney films, correct every error that I made, and even update it so I can make it timeless and add in the 50th film from Disney Animation Studios, Tangled. But keep in mind, people, that I said that it'll be released sometime in the future. So this isn't going to be the next episode of Animation Lookback after Hanna-Barbera. Besides, I'll do it after the time that Tangled will no longer be in theaters, so I can also mention how it did at the box office. So, there's no official release date for it, but it will happen. See you later, dudes.